Hi everyone. In this video I will show you some of my pickups from the first half of 2026. I only show items which may be interesting for some of you to have in your collection. Please enjoy the video. There were many console designs which allow the user to customize their system's look, like skins and faceplates, and in this case, a faceplate jewel for the GameCube. At first glance, I thought it was a custom jewel plate, but it's actually made by Trustmaster, a third-party company which made many accessories to many consoles in the past. They seem to acquire the Harry Potter license, as you can see, and this particular item was part of a bundle pack of some sorts, which also included a Harry Potter themed controller, which unfortunately I don't have. But this jewel looks nice, the quality is good, I think, and the picture is clearly taken from the first movie. All in all, I'm glad I have this in my collection because I never knew there were third-party faceplates made for the GameCube. The next item is a game for handheld. It's a PSP game, which came in a third-party protective case, like this. Opening it up, it contains a so-called pre-production of Fired Up, a vehicle combat game made by Sony's London studio at the time. It predates the retail release about 2 months, which make it interesting enough to have in my collection, and I only paid 20 euros for it, so I wasn't considering it a steep price for such an item. If we talk about 5th and 6th generation disc-based consoles, there's a chance that we could find demo discs for these systems. One of my favorite ones to collect is the PlayStation, and this is a Tekken 3 Collector's Edition demo disc in a black case. This demo disc is interestingly bundled with a copy of the official UK PlayStation magazine back in the day. Aside from the unique case and a brief introduction flyer, it's a basic demo with 2 characters, but there's a chance you can find it cheap, and it looks appealing on a shelf, I guess. In the PAL region, sometimes there are, how can I say, region-specific media made, like the Tekken 3 demo, but the PlayStation wasn't the only console having such things, of course. The Dreamcast had its own official magazine, but only one standalone demo disc in Europe as far as I know, and it's none other than the Dead or Alive 2/Fur Fighters demo disc. I was really interested about the Dead or Alive demo, but unfortunately That one is a non-playable demo on the disc, only for fighters can be played. Other than the disc itself, which is, I guess it's a pretty good shape. There's also a little paper with instructions about the controls. Magatama, an action game that plays like Otogi, which is also an Xbox exclusive title. Microsoft really wanted to break in on every front in the console business, I guess. And Microsoft even made a step closer and made a game specifically for the Japanese market. But what's interesting about this is that this particular version of the game also has English in the back and the manual, but the game is only in Japanese. One of my favorite games on the original PlayStation is the Driver series. About Driver 2, there was a PAL exclusive limited edition version of the game. Unfortunately, it's incomplete, but the box still looks nice. On the side of the box, there are the goodies. And here's the back. I think it might be very expensive to have a complete version of this, but I'm still satisfied. The soundtrack CD looks nice. And here are the postcards. And of course the game itself, which is a regular version. It has nothing special about it. But the goodies in the other box are still very nice. So if you can find it cheap, I guess it's probably worth it, even if it's incomplete. And with that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed it and have a nice day.